the life. Back in Rangoon, Rasama, Meenakshi and Anjali were ordered to retreat, but for them it was to be the most dangerous journey of all. As air raids struck Rangoon, 51 Rani of Jhansi soldiers boarded a train that would take them back to their barracks in Singapore. The first night went well, but they were no longer the happy band singing songs of freedom. Dejected, downhearted and bewildered, their only hope was that this would be a temporary setback.
We had the strength to really think life is not lost. Hope burns eternal in the breast of men. We will come again. We will see that Netaji will still be our leader, whose clarion call we will respond without hesitation.
But on the 7th night of the journey, they came under heavy fire.
And suddenly, there was rapid fire. My sister shouted, "Down!" But I couldn't, it didn't register for a minute. And so she was there, she slammed my head down. And the bullets whizzed just overhead. And then suddenly we heard, My, I'm wounded, I'm dead. And we knew that one of our soldiers had been hit. My sister crawled down with a second lieutenant, Jhansi Regiment, and went to where Josephine was and where Stella. They were best of friends. They were seated next to each other. Both of them were shot. Tried to stop the bleeding. Stella was hit, but she was bleeding profusely, and nothing they could do was stopping the bleeding. So everybody was quiet, not a sound, except the mild groans by now from the two girls who were really strong and who didn't want to cause panic, And then the train went on until we passed, and then we attended to them. We took them carefully, and we went out. Then the Japanese were alerted. A Japanese doctor came. Josephine passed away peacefully. Stella was still bleeding. The Japanese tried to save her, but she also died. We took them, we bathed them, we dressed them beautifully. We got the
ரொம்ப கூட்டாளி அவங்க தான் எனக்கு புரிய முடியாத இன்னும் ரொம்ப ஜோஸ்மினை சொல்லிட்டு தான் நான் படுப்பேன். சாப்பிட்ற அன்னைக்கு சாப்பாடு ஊட்டினாங்க ரம்புல காட்டுக்குள்ள. நாளைக்கு நம்ம இருக்கமோ இல்லையோ தெரியலன்ட்டு ஆளுக்கு ஒரு ரூபா ஊட்டினாங்க சோறு. எங்களுக்கு ஒன்றுமே பேச முடியல, ஒன்றும் செய்ய முடியல. சில்வர்லாம் நான் ரத்தம் பட்டதெல்லாம் அழைச்சி கிழச்சி காய வச்சுத அந்த ரச்சி பிள்ளைங்க வர்றான்ல பார்த்துட்டான். இன்னும் மிலிட்ரி உடுப்பெல்லாம் அங்கே கிடக்கேன். அவன் அடிக்கடி வர தொடங்கிட்டான். அப்போ எங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப பயமாக போச்சு.
They walked the rest of the way, hiding in the jungle by day, until they reached their Singapore barracks. The last of the Ranis was stranded in Rangoon when all the trains were full. Bose was determined to get them out, refusing to go without them. On April 24th, they began the arduous trek back to Singapore on foot. Allied fighters controlled the air, and British forces were pressing them from behind. Throughout the 23-day trek, Bose walked alongside his Rani unit, refusing to accept transport even where it existed. For most of them, it was the last time they would ever spend with him, and it made a profound impression on the rest of their lives. The Rani of Jhansi's war was over. They were in retreat, back through Thailand and Malaya to their Singapore barracks, nearly 2,000 kilometers away. Bose departed Singapore en route to Japan. He left orders that the Rani of Jhansi unit was to be disbanded. The women must all return to their homes. The very next day, they learned that Subhas Chandra Bose had been tragically killed in a plane crash in Taiwan.
We are conscious that the soil of India is going to be the last theater of war in this part of the world. Friends, I do not know how many of us who are going to participate in the coming battles will survive to see India free. But whether we survive or not, whether we individually live to see India free or not, we are confident that India shall be free.
I know we were told on the 19th, I think, and August, 19th of August, and we were absolutely shocked. Never, on the 17th of August, we met him in Bangkok, and now on the 19th, he was gone. It was unbelievable.
At that moment I didn't believe in it. I thought that was another ruse of his so that he could escape and come back. போயிட்டு வந்தோன்னு அதே ஏக்கமாக இருக்கும் அவளை இந்த மாதிரி விட்டுட்டு வந்துட்டுமே இப்படியெல்லாம் இருக்கிறமே என்னதுக்கு இப்போ போய் தோற்று போயிட்டாங்களே அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு கவலை இங்கே இருந்துச்சு கொஞ்ச நாள். அப்புறம் அப்படியே இருந்து பழகிட்டோம். வேலைக்கு போகிறதும் வைக்கிறதும் கொள்வது அப்படியே இருந்துருச்சு. அப்போது நேதாஜியோட நனவு தான் நேதாஜி எப்படி செத்தாருங்கிறது நெசமாவா இல்லையாங்கிற ஒரு எண்ணம் இருந்துக்கிட்டே இருந்துச்சு எங்களுக்கெல்லாம்.
Many of the people who fought in the INA and in the Rani of Jhansi Regiment were ahead of their times. Otherwise they would not have had an idea of history, of something larger than their own lives to participate in. And once they did that, they were really brought together, men and women, in a common endeavor that changed both.
I think the period that I spent with this movement of Netaji, that was the happiest period in my life. Most proud that I got the opportunity to serve under a leader like Subhash Chandra Bose, and that his confidence and trust in women was so great that he gave us the opportunity to fight side by side with our men soldiers for the freedom of India.
And can you not leave that army without feeling a sense of real gratitude for a man who was absolutely selfless? What was the oath he took? The oath he took was that he would remain fervent, completely dedicated to India's freedom.
Jaya Ho, Jaya Ho, Jaya Ho, Jaya 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 Ho, Bharata Nama Subhaga, Subhasere Banda Pakeru, Tere Nita Guna Gaye, Pata Parivara Purana Baye, Jivadanan Teru Talaye, Samba Melekare Indu Pukare, Jaya Asati Ambikarare, तेरे नित गुण गाए सूरत बन कर जग पर जम के भारत नाम सुभागा जय हो जय हो जय हो जय हो जय जय हो भारत नाम सुभागा इंकलाब जिंदाबाद हिंदुस्तान असद